Tomorrow morning, our South Carolina Supreme Court is going to hear oral arguments for the appeal of Alec Murdaugh's murder conviction. Tonight, though, News 19's Josie Frost is speaking with one Columbia attorney about what to expect in the courtroom regarding this high-profile case.
Legal experts say the justices have already spent months reviewing the record, including more than 100 pages of briefs and a 7-week trial transcript. Dane Phillips is an attorney with Price Benowitz. He says oral arguments give lawyers a final chance to make their case and justices a chance to ask questions.
They already know what their positions are from the briefs that were filed, but there are nuances to it, there's context to it, and the questions allow the advocates to really explain why they've argued that in a way that you can't do on paper.
Murdaugh's lawyers will cover two main issues. The first is whether comments by former Colleton County Clerk of Court Becky Hill improperly influenced the jury, and whether former Chief Justice Jean Toll was wrong in denying a new trial.
That's a very nuanced legal issue in terms of did she properly interpret what the United States Supreme Court wanted.
You're also likely to hear the defense talk about prior bad act evidence, in this case, Murdaugh's financial crimes. His team claims jurors heard too much about those allegations, which they say were unrelated to his murder trial.
What we call prior bad act evidence. It went on for 2 weeks talking about every single financial crime he had ever done in relation to his law practice, pretty much.
If the justices find errors, the key question becomes whether those mistakes were harmless or serious enough to have influenced the verdict. That decision could determine whether Murdaugh gets a new trial or whether his conviction stands. As for what viewers will see in the courtroom, Phillips says the justices will ask tough questions of both sides, but you can't read too much into it. He says you can't tell which way the justices are leaning based on oral arguments. Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
Josie, thank you so much. And after tomorrow's oral arguments, a ruling might not come for several months. But right now, a quick reminder, because we are going to be on air before the arguments are even heard. Starting at 7 o'clock on Wednesday morning over on WLTX Plus, our free streaming platform, criminal defense experts are going to be live in the studio, breaking down what happens inside the Supreme Court and keeping you updated on what to expect next.